My name is Teddy Jacobson of Actions by T. I am a pistol smith in Sugar Land, Texas. I am a trigger specialist. I work on over 100 different models of handgun actions. This tape will be about the disassembly and reassembly procedure for a Colt Series 80 1911 pistol. I will explain everything in detail, and I will show drawings so you will understand why the Series 80 type pistol must be assembled correctly, or it could cost you your life. You can put this pistol together installing the parts wrong, and it can be assembled, but it will not fire. This video can save your life. As I have mentioned in previous tapes, my only intent is honesty and integrity. I have worked on approximately 6,000 1911 type pistols. I have had 60 articles written about my work. I carried a Colt 45 when I worked for the police. I'm going to go over some of the tools with you first that you will need. The first thing would be a small hammer. One side of it is nylon, the other side is brass. It doesn't necessarily have to be quite this small. Anything that will not mar or damage your finish when we use the nylon, or if we want to bang a pin in, we can use the brass side. This is a bushing wrench. This is a King bushing wrench. This has an added feature where it covers the plug area over here. It covers the plug so that it won't hit you in the face by chance. You're dealing with springs. It can become very dangerous. This is a standard bushing wrench without an area to cover the plug. This is the part that would be used for the bushing. This is another type of bushing wrench, but if you'll notice, this is a little wider here. This is for an officer's model for the King bushing. That shape is identical to the King officer's model bushing. We're going to use a small 1/16 type punch. See if we can get a little close-up of that. All that is a small 1/16 inch type punch. Then we also will use a 3/32 punch. This is just a regular standard punch, but what I did on this particular punch is I rounded the tip here. So it's not flat here, it's round. I did this, and then I polished it. And I'll show you the reason for it as we proceed. This is a tool that will help insert the thumb safety. I make this tool, I market it, and I sell it. It's all handmade. This is a great asset, and I'll explain why. This is my nylon tool. It's 4 inches long. It's 5/16 of an inch in diameter. I will supply one of these tools with the purchase of every video. This will help you to check your action. If I've neglected some of these other tools, I'll mention them as we go. This particular Colt 45 is a Series 80 Gold Cup. Now the Gold Cup uses a different type of sear, and it has a sear depressor and a sear depressor spring. Someone else has taken those parts out of this gun, so now it just has a standard sear in here. I will explain this all to you as we go. Now the way Colt asks you, the way the Colt procedure is to dismantle this here take the frame off the slide is this is the bushing area that I showed you a minute ago, those wrenches. That's the bushing, and there's the recoil plug. So that has to be depressed, and this bushing has got to be rotated. This is the king bushing wrench. We put that on, press the recoil spring, and we rotate it clockwise as far as it'll go. Now I'm holding my finger over the recoil plug, and then I just remove that. Then, of course, we want to make sure the gun is empty. I have checked these before, but on the slide, we're going to try to get a close-up of this, but on the slide, there's two notches. One is a half moon, which is here, and then there's another notch for the slide stop, which locks the slide in the rearward position on your last shot. This is the spot we're looking for, this half moon. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide the half moon spot over on top of the slide stop. And when I do that, I can just push the slide stop from the other side with my finger, and the slide stop will come right out. Now that's the way the factory recommends you take the slide off the frame. I'm going to put this gun back together for a second, and I'm going to show you an easier way how I do it. I'm just reversing what we just did. With my nylon punch, I'm just holding the recoil plug down and putting this back together. What I do, instead of going through that procedure, as I leave everything in the front as is, I just pull the slide back manually and get the slide right over the half moon, just like I just showed you, over the slide stop. When I do that, I take the whole assembly off in one piece, but I'm holding the recoil spring so that it doesn't fly and hit me in the eye. That's how I remove the slide on one of these pistols. Then I just pull out the recoil spring. If you want to use a bushing wrench and turn it clockwise as far as it'll go, you can get the recoil plug out. Then I have to take the bushing wrench and turn it counterclockwise as far as it will go, so I can get the clearance from the bushing to be able to pull the bushing out of the slide. Take the barrel. If you can't pull the bushing, take the barrel with the link in the down position. This link flops up and down. The link has got to be forward, and you can pull the barrel and the bushing out. So now what we've got here, we've got a slide, we've got the barrel and the bushing, we've got the recoil, the guide rod and the recoil spring, we've got the slide stop, and we've also got the recoil plug. Now I'm going to take my screwdriver